During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information. Scott's Turn TV.
Live from downtown Tulsa and the BOK Center, and it's day 2 of the 57th Annual Boys Tournament of Champions. And we've moved into the 9th session and the winner's bracket semifinal, a matchup between two schools that rarely play but are not that far apart. 2A number 1 and defending state champion Dale, 12-0, and 4A number 2 and the 2021 Class 3A state champion Knights from Crossings Christian. Hello again, everyone. I'm Todd Miller along with Will Jones, Tyler Kerr, and the entire crew on Squirtle.tv. Glad to have you along as both of these teams were very, very impressive to get to the semifinals here tonight. Yesterday, Crossings pulled one of the biggest upsets in recent memory in this tournament, knocking off 6A number 1 Edmond North 60-57, a game that they led by double digits in the second half and then had to hold off the Huskies for that 3-point victory. Meanwhile, Dale trailed 2-0, and that was about it for Tulsa Union as the Pirates got hot, one going away 54-39. And Will, it was really a great game because in the first half, the duo of Deacon Jones and Dayton Forsyth had 18 of the 19 points. In the final half, it was Denton Forsyth, Levi Kelly, Easton Edmondson, putting in 21 of the team's 35 points after the break.
That's the signature of a great team. You know, you can't just rely on one or two guys. And I've told my teams that I've coached over time, if you're going to win it, you've got to have 5 or 6 quality weapons that are hitting you from all sides.
Crossings is in this tournament for the second time. It's their the first since 2021 when they finished 5th all-time. The Knights are 3-1 in the history of the Tournament of Champions. Dale was playing in this event for the first time since 2012. That year they went 1-2, beat Arnett in the 7th place game, and last night a big win over Class 6A power Tulsa Union 54-39. That was a rare blowout yesterday, Will, because if you look at the other 3 first-round matchups, they were decided by a total of 17 points. It tells you how much confidence this Pirate team is playing with right now.
Absolutely, and really didn't put their best foot forward. Had to survive some foul issues in the first half, and a little bit off due to the depth perception, but really came out firing in the second half, and look for them to see. I look for them to have improvement from the floor tonight.
You and I had talked about this yesterday, that the history of this tournament is woven in the concept of David versus Goliath, and it was a big day for David yesterday. Counting the boys and girls brackets, 6 of the 8 winners in Game 1 came from smaller classifications, and that means in the boys bracket, for only the 3rd time since 2000, there will not be a 6A team playing for the championship here.
That's exciting stuff. That's what people want to see, and very rarely happens, so fun stuff.
The winner of this ball game obviously will be in the championship game. That means they will become the first non-5A or 6A school to be in a championship game since Hera in 2015. They were led, of course, by Kellen and Brady Mannix. So rarefied air for either the Pirates or Crossings Christian. When you look at this Knights matchup, they certainly match Dale, firepower for firepower in the backcourt. I think that's going to be one of the most intriguing matchups today, Will, to watch how the duo of Cal Furnish and Cam Parker can try to offset the guard play of Dale.
Something to look forward for in this game is Sean Shank, their very good head coach, longtime head coach here in Oklahoma. He really has great sets for guards. He really is a great coach for getting guards open for shots, and they've got a lot of shooters.
Both teams, their calling card is defense. Last night, Crossings held Edmond North to a season low against an Oklahoma opponent, 41% field goal shooting. Dale held Tulsa Union to their lowest field goal total of the season and their second lowest point total, 39 points. That was eclipsed only by the 33 and a 40-33 loss to Edmond Memorial earlier this month. The Redhawks, shot just 36% last night against Jeff Edmondson's defense. And they did most of that despite a height disadvantage and a big disadvantage playing pretty much straight up man-to-man.
And when you hold somebody, especially a bigger school like that, under 40%, you are getting it done on the defensive end.
Crossings Christian has played their 2 best games against their 2 best teams back-to-back. They won on the road earlier this month at 5A number 16 Guthrie, 58-55. And then, of course, beat 6A number 1 Edmond North, the tournament favorite, coming in here to the BOK Center last night, 60-57. Time now for a look at today's starting lineups. First of all, for Sean Schenk, former Edmond Santa Fe and Enid High School coach. He's in his 10th year at Crossings. He directed the Knights to the program's only state title back in 2021. At the time, they were in Class 3A. They were runners-up last year with the 4. They actually lost in the semifinals to Kingfisher by a count of 4 points to finish a year ago, 21-7. They will start Cal Furnish, a 5'10 sophomore. Cam Parker, a 6'6 sophomore. Matt Goodell, a 6-foot junior. Evan Krotz, a 5'11 junior. And Phoenix Woodson, a 6'7 freshman. So for the second straight game, we're going to see a 6'7 or taller underclassman that can really go for a Dale opponent. Last night, of course, it was the freshman in the post, Miles Flemons, who had a double-double, 15 points and 12 rebounds. Today they will deal with Phoenix Woodson, who had 14 points and 6 rebounds against Edmond North. The starters for Jeff Edmondson, who has a winning percentage of 75% in his 21 years as a high school basketball coach, the last 16 spent at Dale. He's 432 and 147. He'll start Easton Edmondson, a 5'10 sophomore. Also Deacon Jones, a 6'1 junior. Levi Kelly, a 5'11 sophomore. Trey Chambers, a 6'6 sophomore. And Dayton Forsyth, a 6'2 junior. Forsyth last night led all scores for the Pirates with 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. He also had a couple of blocked shots in a team-high 31 minutes of action. Crossings will wear the red, white, and gray uniform, or the white, red, and gray uniforms today. They will be the designated home team. They'll better get used to these uniforms because they're going to spend a lot of time in the new year on the road, and they'll wear the roads for the second straight evening as they go in the red, white, gold, and black uniforms. It's hard to believe that these two teams, the respect they have for each other, the tradition that they have, rarely have played. In fact, Jeff Edmondson is 2-0 all time against Crossings. He has not played the Knights since a win in 2015. The only other meeting came in 2013. Winner will play in the championship game against either 5A number 2, Tulsa Memorial, or 4A number 1, Kingfisher. Those two will play the final game of day number 2 at 8:30. And, of course, you can see it all right here on Squirtle.tv. Trey Chambers will jump center for Dale. Likely Phoenix Woodson will jump center. This is a much more normal-looking high school team in terms of height that Crossings has, as opposed to Union. But Union is 0-2 in the tournament. They'll play early tomorrow morning for 7th place after losing by 20 today here to Edmond North. And here we go. We're off and running. Crossings has won the opening tip. Their outstanding sophomore guard, Cal Furnish, who had 4 assists and 4 steals, sets the offense. Dale starts the ball game in a man-to-man defense, and the bounce pass knocked away out of bounds by the ever-hustling Levi Kelly, who last night had 2 steals, 8 points, all 8 of those coming on 3 3-point baskets in the second half, or make that 2 of 4 shooting from beyond the arc of the second half. Furnish to inbound, out front to Cam Parker. Parker spins, jump passes back out high. Phoenix Woodson for 3, and he rounds it home. And that's the way the ball game starts on a 3-point basket, and he was challenged by Dayton Forsyth.
Good-looking freshman, number 30, Phoenix Woodson, pops the 3 at the beginning of the game.
Chambers to Jones out front. Crossings in a man-to-man. Deacon takes him off the dribble. Cross courts it. Kelly with it to Edmondson, top of the circle. He'll back it out. Both teams in a man-to-man defense early. 3-0 Crossings here in boys semifinal number 1. Forsyth, the let fly a 3, and there's your answer. About 3 steps behind the arc, and that is his 20th made 3 in now 10 games.
Good to see him off to a good start from the floor. Like I said, I think we're going to shoot better this
Furnish, 3-point in and out. Tipped by Woodson, wouldn't go. The third opportunity paid off by Cam Parker, a 6'6 sophomore. And it's 5-3 in favor of the Knights. Dayton Forsyth brings it up the front court. He'll be greeted by Evan Krotz. One hands the pass to his junior classmate, Deacon Jones. Into the paint to Edmondson left side. Edmondson guarded by Matt Goodell. They'll bounce it right side for Dayton Forsyth. 5-3. We played 90 seconds here with the opening period from the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa. Jones bounces it baseline left for Forsythe to Kelly. Open three, air ball from in front of the top of the key, and it goes out of bounds. Levi has been in a prolonged shooting slump. Before last night, he was shooting just over 18%, 10 of 54 from beyond the arc. He was 2 of 4 from three-point range, all those coming to the second half. 5-3 Crossings.
Need him to get off to a good start.
Furnish cross-courts it from right to left for Matt Goodell. His three, pinballs in and out. Chambers, who had a big game on the boards last night with 6 retrievals, has his first of the ball game. He'll set a screen. Forsythe moves left. Now they go to the corner for Kelly. Back to Dayton. Still 5-3 as we played exactly 2 minutes here in the opening period on Squirtle.tv from the 57th Annual Boys Tournament of Champions. Forsythe looking for Chambers on a screen and roll. It's underthrown, intercepted by Goodell. All the way to the goal. There's contact. He lays it up and a blocking foul. And that will be the first personal foul on Levi Kelly. So it'll be 2 free throws upcoming for Crossings as they look to extend a 5-3 advantage.
Crossings is really aggressively hedging the ball screens of Dale and disrupted Dayton there, causing the turnover.
Goodell yesterday did not score. He pulled down 2 boards, dished out 3 assists, had a steal in 23 minutes of play. He was 0 of 7 shooting, did not attempt a free throw, and was 0 of 2 from three-point range. And he hits the first foul shot. Mac Goodell is a junior. Crossings dominated 3A. Last year they went to 4A, so there was not a repeat champion in that class 1 season ago. Second free throw a little strong. Crossings 10 of 17 to the foul line. Yesterday in the upset of 6A number 1 Edmond North. 6-3 Knights over the Pirates. Bounce pass out high. Chambers backs down. Goes up through a double team, and the shot's blocked by Cam Parker. Parker, the wide body, hands it off to Furnish. Rare touch for him early. Now to Goodell. He flies through the paint. Left side to Krotz. Krotz whips it over the right wing side for Phoenix Woodson. Woodson drives deep, lays it up and in, and a blocking foul. It's going to be an and one as Crossings has come out really aggressive as they've been able to get into the paint quite a bit. And the foul is the first of the contest against Trey Chambers.
Once again, with the absence of Jet Higdon, it is crucial that Chambers stays out of foul trouble.
Depth was not an issue, or the lack thereof, for Dale against a much deeper team from Union last night. The foul shot is no good from Phoenix Woodson. He had 14 assists, a block and assist in 22 minutes of play. With that miss, he's now 2 of 5 here at the TOC for the foul line. Forsythe puts up a 3 right wing. It was halfway down, rattled out, and down for the miss is Mac Goodell. Goodell will bring it into the front court, right to left across your screen, as Crossings has an 8-3 lead here early. The biggest deficit, I think, of the year for Dale. Furnish puts up a 3 and splashes it home left circle, and it's 11-3 Knights with just under 5 to play here in the opening period. Cal Furnish with his 3rd three-pointer in 4 tries in 2 games in this cavernous venue. Forsythe dances with the basketball out front. Now Furnish accepts the assignment to try to guard him, 2 of the best guards in the state. Both are back for another year. Chambers gets a bounce pass, turns and scores with a hook shot. Pirates needed that one big, and Trey pays it off. It's now 11-5. Furnish into the front court left side. Easton Edmondson is out there with him. Furnish moves right. Now they switch. Chambers guards him. They lob it down low with the left block for Cam Parker. They'll swing it across the floor. Open right corner 3. Krotz too strong. Edmondson runs down along retrieval. Halfway through the first period, it's 11-5 Crossings. They've led by as many as 8. Edmondson crosses over, pulls up at the free throw line. Bang! He knocks down the jumper. Easton is a tremendous shooter from mid-range. He shoots almost 70%, Will, inside the three-point arc.
He's impressive from that range, and he belies his athleticism. He's pretty athletic.
That's 4 straight by the Pirates. They're within 4, 11-8. Furnish against Forsythe. Dayton cuts him off. Left side, it's Phoenix Woodson. He'll trigger a 3, and he rolls it home. Woodson has 8 already, and it's 14-7. Crossings by a touchdown with 3:17 to go in the first period. Dayton Forsythe with Jeff Edmondson in his right ear. Wink brings it to the front court. Crossing still in a man-to-man. Krotz will defend him. Left corner, it's Kelly back to Dayton. Forsythe early, 1 of 2 shooting. He dribbles hard right, lays it up at back rims, rolls off no good. Chambers keeps it alive, ball poked out. Edmondson has it wing left. Now to Kelly. He'll step into a long 3, and he misses wide right. And the rebound gathered up by Phoenix Woodson. to Furnish. She'll go into the front court right side. Cal dribbles between the legs, lobs it out high. Parker thought about a three. Now they force him to give it up. And down low, a foul in the paint as they hit a mismatch. Parker against Levi Kelly, and Levi now has picked up his second. So for the second straight night here in Tulsa, early foul trouble to a starter for Jeff Edmondson's club. Last night it was Chambers. He missed most of the second period with 2 fouls. And now Kelly will give way to Denton Forsyth with 2 fouls.
The combination of Parker and Woodson is tough, especially with Woodson hitting 2 threes at the beginning.
Goodell's three left corner wide open, short off the side of the rim. Deacon Jones has it. To Dayton Forsyth across midcourt with 2:36 to play here in the first period. Forsyth attacks, goes into a double team, manages to get it up. The shot was halfway down, rattled out, and dropped back home. He found the bottom of the cup. Dayton with 5, and it's 14-9. Cal Furnish right front court for Crossings, guarded by Deacon Jones, maybe the best defender of this ball club. Furnish gets a rub, moves left with a screen from Woodson. Out high, it's Matt Goodell. Back to Woodson. High post, Cam Parker with the basketball inside the arc. He'll put up a long two. It barely grazes the front of the rim. Dayton Forsyth with a rebound. Accelerates through the paint, goes into the body of the defender, misses the left-handed layup. Chambers, though, there for the putback. Trey with 4, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game, 14-11. Since it was 11-3, it's an 8-3 Dale run.
When Dayton feels like we're being challenged, he will really put his foot on the gas and attack.
He's being challenged, as are the Pirates here early. Goodell fumbles a pass left wing, veers right in front of Jeff Edmondson of the Dale bench. Cal Furnish with it, slot left, guarded by Deacon Jones. Lobs it across the floor for Cross, and it's tipped out of bounds by Denton Forsyth. And we'll get our first substitution of the night for Crossings, and Sean Shink. Coming in is Cooper Molinax, a 6'4 senior. 3 points, 2 rebounds in 12 minutes. They didn't go very deep in the bench. They played about 5 players, but none of which, with the exception of Molinax, played more than 10 minutes of the ballgame. Furnish misses a 3 straight on. Denton Forsyth the rebound to his brother Dayton into the front court. Dayton yo-yo dribbles, accelerates, attacks to the goal. His double team was forced to give it up. He threw it away. Krotz with the steal. One-on-one against Denton Forsyth, and it's a block. Or so we thought. The Dale partisan across the way thought it was a block too, but Denton is going to be called for the foul, and that is his first. Something we haven't talked about, and it's just the way it works in tournaments. Crossings played very early yesterday. In fact, they played the second game of day number 1. Dale did not get out of the arena probably closer to 11 o'clock after an 8:30 tip against Union. But they're young. Krotz first foul shot crawls across the front of the rim. Crossings early 2 of 4 for the foul line. The Pirates yet to attempt a free throw, and Deacon Jones will go to the bench. Levi Kelly will come in with those 2 fouls. 74 seconds to play here in the first period. Matthew Hooper about to check back in. If the free throw's good, and it's short. Rebound to Chambers. 70 seconds to go, first period. Dale has not led in this ballgame. They've trailed by as many as 8 at 11-3. Dayton Forsyth with it, looking for a screen from Kelly. Now looking to attack. One hands a pass. Edmondson right wing. He'll pull up on the baseline. His 10-footer is short. Rebound to Crossings. Phoenix Woodson. 50 seconds to go in the opening period. Krotz with it, left front court. Tries to probe his way in. Gets around Kelly, who had to let him go with 2 fouls, but he misses the layup. The tip shot by Woodson wouldn't go. There was contact, and they swallow the whistle. Forsyth up ahead to Kelly. Left corner to Denton Forsyth. He'll throw up a little floater. Back rims it for the left angle. Woodson crashes for the rebound. Chambers diving, almost knocked the pass away from Goodell, and Mack picks it up with 24 seconds to play in the period. Cal Furnish with it between the circles out front. 15-11, Crossings Christian here in Tulsa. Goodell gets a lob pass. Cross courts it to Woodson. His 3 left side, no good. Rebound tipped out. Goodell has it. You get a miss, didn't get the rebound. Goodell from Molinax. Back out front to Furnish. 2 seconds, 1 second. Cal Furnish throws it across the floor, and the runner is good by Evan Krotz. He threw it up at the buzzer, and it was good. And that all started, though, Will, because Dale got the initial miss but didn't get the rebound.
Offensive rebounds always come back to hunch, especially there at the end of the quarter.
17-11, Knights at the end of one of the boys' tournament champion semifinal game number 1. Back to Tulsa after these messages on Squirtle.tv.
Have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse...
Todd Miller, Will Jones back here with you courtside at the BOK Center, downtown Tulsa, day 2 of the 57th annual Boys Tournament of Champions. Most impressive team that I have seen have been the Bixby girls in the first 2 games. They absolutely blew out a top 5 3A team in Kiefer, won by 55 points in the preceding ball game, and handled Lucarci yesterday with ease as well. Dale basketball to start the second period. Dayton Forsyth gets a bounce pass, guarded by Furtish, whips it across the floor. Deacon Jones 3 is an air ball. Rebound to Dayton Forsyth, and now he'll whip it on a lob pass out front to Kelly. Right side to Denton Forsyth. 7.5 to go before the break. Forsyth drives and a foul. Crossings thought that Goodell had taken a charge, but the foul clearly was called out front against Matthew Hooper. And that is the first of the evening against Crossings. So Denton Forsyth will inbound the basketball, looking for his brother who ends up on the floor. They'll lob it out high for Levi Kelly. 7:24 to play here in the first half. Crossings leads 2A number 1 defending state champion Dale 17-11. Jones dribbling around out front, angles to the right wing side. Burns his dribble, bounces for Chambers out high. Back to Jones, and the shot blocked out of bounds by Evan Krotz. Boy, he came from nowhere, Will, because that looked like it was going to be an easy layup on the give and go.
It sure did. I'm really impressed with this Crossings defense on this end of the floor.
They preserve a 6-point lead. Dale will throw it inbounds with Denton Forsyth. The count is on it. He lobs it to Chambers, left front quadrant. Trey Chambers to Dayton Forsyth. Evan Krotz guarding Dayton. Dayton pounds the dribble hard, attacks the goal, lays it up and in, and he'll get it and one. You just can't keep the kid away from the rim when he decides he wants to go there.
And you're going to see that more and more as the game progresses. He's going to push it.
Evan Krotz picks up his first, second against Crossings. Dale has been whistled for 4, including 2, against Levi Kelly, the sophomore guard who is out there and now coming out as Easton Edmondson will check in. The only substitute thus far in the ballgame is out there on the floor. That's Denton Forsyth, the 5'11 freshman. Last night, he tallied 7 points in his TOC debut, averaging just under 9 a game, and Dayton Forsyth misses the free throw. Dale did not shoot particularly great, 11 of 19 of the foul line last night. They ended the day shooting less than 66% for the year. It's 17-13. Furnish handling the basketball out front. Sean Chink directly in front of our broadcast position. Barking out orders to Furnish. He'll veer from right to left to the front court. They'll lob it for Coleman Ridley, who's out there for the first time, and a foul called against Cal Furnish. They're going to call him for a loose ball foul as he was trying to get the ball away from Deacon Jones, and that's number 1 on Cal.
Yeah, legal screen there, and Deacon able to take the punishment for the team.
Can you imagine how much Deacon Jones gets under guys' skins? I mean, he's a pest.
He is.
A really good defender. Edmondson gets a bounce pass, top of the circle, down low to Chambers. He muscles up, shot hit the back of the rim, rolled off. Dayton Forsyth with a rebound, bounces it to Trey for the layup. And it's a 2-point game, 17-15 with 6:20 to play here in the first half. Cal Furnish with it, left wing side. The Krotz through the top of the key. They'll reverse it to Ridley, right wing, left of the screen. They cross-court it left quarter. 3 by Jonah Kelly is good. So Kelly just checked in a moment ago, a 6'3 junior, and he gets his first points in 2 games here at the TOC. 20-15 Knights over the Pirates. Forsyth with the stationary dribble, right wing side. He heads on the basketball. Now it's Furnish one-on-one against Dayton. Class of 24 and 25, 2 of the top players of the state in their respective classes. Edmondson to Dayton between the rings as we're under 5.5 minutes now to play here in the first half from the BOK Center in Tulsa. Forsythe pierces his way left, turns left, follow-away jumper, tough shot, back rims. Deacon Jones for the rebound. Back to Dayton, to Edmondson. Right corner it goes for Denton Forsythe. He puts the ball on the floor, throws it up, and banks it in.
Pretty tough move there by the freshman. Good finish.
Boy, it hung on the back of the rim after it rattled out and then finally found the bottom of the cup. Denton with his first basket. It's back to a three-point game as Furnish drives right. That's Krotz driving right, and he lays it in. So it's 22-17, 11 minutes into this boys semifinal matchup. Winner will play Kingfisher or Tulsa Memorial. The losers play for third here tomorrow. Dayton Forsythe for three, misses at left wing. Rebound yanked down by Coleman Ridley. He had 2 boards yesterday against Edmond North. Hooper into the forecourt. Driving left, Ridley to the goal. No rotation of the defense, and it's a bucket.
Yeah, fell asleep there on the backside, no help.
24-17, just like that, it's a 4-0 run for Crossings. After Dale had cut it to a one-possession game. It's a 60, so we'll pause. 4:38 to go opening period. Crossings by 7 from the Tournament of Champions on Scortle.tv.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin
Todd Miller, Will Jones, Tyler Kerr with you courtside of the BOK Center, the 57th Annual Boys and Girls Tournament of Champions from T-Town, presented by Quick Trip. 17-11 Crossings at the end of one. Dale had cut it to 20-17. And since then, Sean Shink's Knights have scored the last 4. This is a big possession. Again, down 7. Pirates have trailed by as many as 8.
Look for a set called by Coach Edmondson here for an easy basket. Out of the timeout, zone defense.
Deacon Jones through the top of the key. Now he'll back it out between the circles. Edmondson with it, left wing. To Denton Forsythe. He bounces it back to Easton. That's a freshman and a sophomore. Now the junior Forsythe handles it to Denton for 3. Bang! 5 straight big ones by the freshman off the bench, and it's 24-20 Crossings at the halfway point of the second period.
Big shot. Good call by Coach Shank going to the zone out of the timeout, knowing Coach Edmondson was going to call something.
Matt Goodell gets a little bit of a rub out high from Woodson. Now to Furnish from NBA range. Misses that one short. It was on line. Jones pulls down the miss. 2 dribbles and now gives it up ahead left side for Edmondson. To Chambers to the goal. Pulls up over Woodson and hit a little 5-footer. Good body control that time by Trey Chambers, who has 8.
Dale's finding some success in transition at times.
24-22, so out of the Edmondson timeout, 5 straight scored by his club. Goodell's 3 right wing, back rims. Forsythe with a rebound. Dayton up ahead to Jones, goes back door, missed the layup. And the rebound to Cal Furnish, and now back the other way comes Crossings. They have the numbers 3 on 2. Furnish pass deflected, and it's stolen away by Edmondson. He throws it up ahead to Dayton Forsythe. The pass was offline. He runs it down, pump fakes. Woodson goes flying by, and it's a bucket for Dayton.
Such a smart, composed player shown right there.
9 points for Dayton Forsythe with 3:05 to play here in the first half. That is 7 straight out of the timeout, scored by Dale when we're tied at 24. Pirates have won 19 straight, dating back to a February loss at Cashin last year in the regular season. Furnish spins against Edmondson, kicks it right corner. 3 on the way by Cam Parker is short. Forsythe down for the rebound. To Deacon Jones, and here comes Dale. A chance at the first lead, but the pocket's picked by Cal Furnish. Around Forsythe to the goal. He flips it up back, over his head. He missed it. Edmondson tips the rebound to Dayton. Up ahead to Chambers. To the goal. Layup is good, and Dale leads for the first time. And Sean Shink is upset. Because he thought Cal Furnish was bumped, and there was contact that went uncalled on that previous play. Coach Shink is out of the floor, and the official came over, and he said, "Coach, are you using a timeout?" Coach Shink said, "No, I'm not." Cal Furnish is going to come out of the ballgame. He got hit in the face on that layup attempt, and that's why Crossings is so upset. And that's what Coach Shank said is, how was that not a foul? Look at his face.
Yeah, boy, he is a crafty player, Furnish. He is not only as an offensive player but as a defensive player as well.
A run of 9 straight for the Pirates, who have won 41 of their last 43 ball games. Crossings is 12-1 of their last 13, dating back to the end of last year. That was a semifinal loss to Kingfisher. Driving baseline. Now they'll give it up high. Phoenix Woodson with the basketball. Cam Parker to the goal. Chambers cuts him out. Right corner, 3 of the way. Short that time from Nate Rouse. And Dale has pretty much sealed the second chance opportunities for Crossings.
Doing a lot better job. Do a lot better job in every facet since that timeout.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. 26-24 Pirates. Bounce pass to Dayton Forsythe. He'll drive. Gets 2 defenders up in the air. Throws it up. Missed it, and he's fouled. And Dayton stands there with the ball in his hands as a couple of crossing defenders peeled away and one ended up on the floor.
He can attack you in so many ways. Most of the time it's on the drive, but I love when Jeff Edmondson puts him on the post as well.
Evan Krotz, I believe, was the one that was called for the foul. If so, that's the 5'11 junior's second. Coach Schenk right in front of us visiting with one of the 3 officials still about that call that sent Cal Furnish to the bench. Furnish is still kind of blinking his eyes very hard as he awaits to check in, and Forsythe hits the first. So Dayton has been the only Pirate to get to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 here in the first half. Pirates, before last night's win over Tulsa Union, averaged just under 17 trips per ball game and just over 11 makes per. They have outscored their first 12 opponents by almost 24 a ball game. Second free throw rolls around and finds the bottom. Crossings, meanwhile, is plus 23.5 of their scoring margin. They've scored over 100 against a future Dale opponent, Wawoka. That was on Crossings' home floor in December, thus the lofty 75.9 offensive point per game scoring average. Woodson with it right of the paint, holds it above his head, bangs his way in against Forsythe, tried to use the glass, he missed it. Good defense by Dayton, he stayed vertical.
And he's so strong,
Chambers.
So able to hold his position.
1:19 to play here with the period. Forsythe into the paint, Denton kicks it to a wide open Edmondson, his 3 halfway down, rattled out. Chambers tips it to Denton Forsythe, who fumbled and he's tied up underneath the goal by Cal Furnish, and the possession arrow belongs to Crossings Christian. Crossings already has won a regular season tournament. They won at the Christian Heritage Tournament earlier this month. Dale won the Boomerang Dale Classic early in December as well. So both of these teams well seasoned despite a lot of youth academically on the rosters. Furnish guarded by Edmondson out high, bounces it right side. Faking a handoff Parker, he goes back down, spins left to right, and Chambers flat-footed blocked the shot. Denton Forsythe loses the handle down to the trailer Chambers, who fumbles, gathers, and lays it in. Trey Chambers with a block on one end, right to the floor, gets the bucket to the other, and he's got a dozen.
Boy, he really runs the floor well, and he's been a threat in transition all year.
Biggest lead of the ball game for the Pirates, 30-24. We're under 40 seconds to go here in the first half from T-Town. Woodson, left baseline. Now they'll work it on the wing. 3-pointer by Krotz is good. He used a little jab step to get a little separation, and he knocks down the 4th 3 for Crossings.
Big shot for Crossings, but we ought to be able to get the last chance here for the lead.
22 seconds to play in the half. 30-27 our score. Dayton Forsythe into the front court. Forsythe guarded by Evan Krotz. With a stationary dribble, will put the offense in motion with 10 seconds, and here we go. Edmondson bounces it for Denton Forsythe. Back to Edmondson, 5 seconds to play in the half. Forsythe fakes a pass, drives in, throws it away, looking for his brother. Krotz with the steal up ahead, and a running 18-footer by Goodell back rim. So that's the way the half ends, but all in all, from whence the Pirates came, they are in good position, leading by 3 after trailing by 8 in the first and by 7 before Jeff Edmondson called a timeout and turned the game.
Everything changed from there, and it feels really good to have that lead at the half.
30-27, Dale at halftime. We'll be back with more after these messages from the 57th Annual Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devilinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years. But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School. Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashin, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
30-27, Dale on top of Crossings Christian here at halftime of the first of two boys semifinal matchups from the 57th annual Tournament of Champions. Along with Will Jones, Tyler Kerr, I'm Todd Miller. You look at the numbers, and it was certainly, I wish they broke it down by quarters, Will, because Dale finished the half shooting 48% for the contest. Crossings 37%, but that was nowhere near the way this ball game started.
No, nowhere near it is exactly right. I really love the way Dale stabilized after that timeout by Jeff Edmondson, and really just seemed to get a lot more comfortable after whatever adjustments he made.
Dale was 13 of 27 from the floor, 2 of 7 from 3, so they were 11 of 20 inside the two-point arc. This is a team that comes in shooting from two-point range 58% last night. They had one of their worst two-point field goal shooting games of the season. They shot 45%. Leading scorers, Trey Chambers with 12 points, 4 rebounds. Dayton Forsyth, 11.6 rebounds. Those guys have 11 of the 21 caroms for Dale, and they've out-rebounded Crossings by 7 at halftime, 21-14. 5 points from Denton Forsyth. He was really big off the bench at his 11 minutes, 2 of 3, 1 of 1 from 3. 2 points, 3 rebounds from Easton Edmondson, who has an assist and a steal in 15 minutes of play. Levi Kelly played just 7 minutes because of fouls, and that's the only 6 that Jeff Edmondson has used in this contest. Leading scorer at the break for Crossings Christian is Phoenix Woodson with 9 points, 4 rebounds. He played 13 minutes. 8 points from Evan Krotz. Krotz, though, does have one personal foul, so we'll find out who that other personal was charged to. I thought maybe he'd picked up his second. 3 points apiece from Jonah Kelly and Cal Furnish. 2 points from Cam Parker and Coleman Ridley. And very quiet in the first half was Cal Furnish. He was just 1 of 5 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, and they're far from being a one-horse show. But I'm going to tell you, you hold him in check, you got the good chance.
And that shot came so early in the game. To hold him that quiet, obviously he's the focus of the game plan by the Pirates.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with all due respect, and I'm not being a homer when I say this. David Castillo is an outstanding player from Bartlesville. I have not seen his lofty recruiting rankings in 2 games here in Tulsa. If I take one player for one game, I'm taking number 33 out there in the red jersey. I think Dayton Forsyth is the best player in this tournament.
I agree with you, and I am a homer. So, but I appreciate your unbiased thoughts. And I think a lot of people are starting to understand just how good Dayton Forsyth really is across the state.
He just turns games in so many ways, not just scoring. I mean, he averages 18.7 coming into the weekend, but it's his assists. And you and I talked about it a moment ago. He just has the ability. You don't coach. It's an instinct that you know when you need to flip that next switch.
So many different ways he impacts the game: rebounding, scoring, and then his most special attribute is his passing.
Crossings coming off a big win over 6A number 1 Edmond North. They beat Union today in the what they call the Sunshine Bracket. And now Edmond North will play for 5th place. Union will play for 7th. This has been one heck of a matchup. We thought it would, and I'm excited for the last 16 minutes of the Knights and the Pirates, Part 3. Been a long time, 7 calendar years since these two teams played. Jeff Edmondson, as we said earlier, is 2-0 against Crossings Christian, having won in 2013 and won in 2015. They're obviously not in the same classification. Crossings was, at one point 20 years ago, they were a Class B school. They now have grown to a 4A school, and this is their second year of that classification after winning the 2021 state championship behind Reed Lovelace and a shot that beat Beggs late in that championship game. In fact, Reed, interesting enough, one of the best players, obviously, the Knights have had, and one of the best players in Central Oklahoma in a long time. His grandmother actually was one of the initial founders of Crossings Christian back in 2020. Like we live about a mile from Crossings. Great people there, great school, great academic tradition. In fact, both of these two schools.
First-class school, first-class facilities there, and a first-class coach here in Sean Shank.
19 sports, tonight's sponsor. And the man over all 19 of those is the man that is in his 10th season at Crossings as the basketball coach, Sean Shank. Dale by 3 with the basketball, and they have it going right to left. They'll run a little weave out front. Levi Kelly to Dayton Forsyth. Top of the key to Chambers, back to Dayton off of a screen. Bang, he knocks it down. Dayton Forsyth with his second 3. Dale has made 3 3-pointers in the ball game. They're now 3 of 8 beyond the arc, and the lead is 6, 33-27. Crossings attacks the goal just off to our right. Cam Parker with it at the elbow of the stripe. Burns his dribble, pivots. Trey Chambers having a night tonight. Forces him to give it up to Furnish, right side to Krotz. Krotz will put up an uncontested 3, and he splashes it home. Edmondson gave him just enough room as he knocked that one down. 16-3 attempted by the Knights today, and they're 6 of 16.
That's the signature of a Sean Shank team. They're going to really let it fly from the three-point line.
33-30 our score. Edmondson thought about a 3. Now he moves right, hands it to Chambers. Trey attacks, spins away from Parker to the goal. Layup is good. Used the right hand that time, and he's normally left-handed. Chambers with 14 points. 35-30 Dale trying to win for the 20th straight time dating back to last February. Left wing Easton Edmondson, or excuse me, that's Cal Furnish. He'll put up a 3, and he misses that one over Forsyth. Rebound to Deacon Jones. Jones with his 4th retrieval of the ball game. 90 seconds into the second half, 35-30. Forsyth for 3, back rims that one for the right circle. The rebound to Krotz. Evan walks it into the front court as Dale gets back. Kelly gets caught up in a screen. Now Krotz backs it out. Now Chambers is out there on Evan. Furnish handles it left wing against Edmondson. Down low with the block it goes for Parker, right side, and that's back-to-back 3s from Krotz. He has 14 points to lead all night scores, and it's 35-33 Pirates. 6 minutes exactly to play here in the boys' semifinal matchup from Tulsa. Deacon Jones works right of a Chambers screen. Now attacks against Parker. Gets a rub, goes back door, bounces it for Edmondson to Kelly. Extra pass. Forsyth turns to the 3. Dayton drives baseline, goes up and in. He could have settled for a 3, but got the easier 2, and it's 37-33 Pirates.
Just got a unique way about him, a really patient player.
Goodell drives baseline, and he's blocked out of bounds by Easton Edmondson. You might have been able to see the sophomore's reaction. He didn't particularly care about that. 5:32 to go in the third. Todd Miller, Will Jones with you on Squirtle. Grant Merrill will be back after this game, and he'll take you the rest of the way tonight, I believe, here on Squirtle.tv. Glad to be part of all 24 games of the 57th Annual Tournament of Champions in Tulsa. Parker, run off the arc, left wing, bangs his way to the paint, right over Easton Edmondson, and that's a charge. Cam Parker turns it over on the personal.
Takes guts for a young man that size to get in front of number 14, Cam Parker, who is a load.
The 2 smallest guys out there on the floor, Easton and Levi Kelly, entering last night's play, had combined for 9 charges taken. They're fearless.
Yes.
5:15 to go in the third. 37-33 Dale. Kelly, 2 bounces, veers right. Now to Dayton Forsyth. He pushes it left side. They lob it for Forsyth. It goes over the top of the defender and taps it in. What a pass from Edmondson, but a better play that time by Dayton Forsyth.
Ooh, good play call by Coach Edmondson again. Great
Krotz
athletic finish.
For 3, misses that one off the side of the rim, and it'll be Dale basketball.
And you had the college coaches across the way reacting to that amazing finish by Dayton Forsyth.
You know, this place has been full of big-time D1 coaches. When Castillo has played, haven't seen a lot of them here when Forsyth has played. Perhaps that ought to change tomorrow.
There's a few over there tonight. I see Keaton Page.
Bounce pass out high. Deacon Jones with a basketball. Jones attacks left. Now pivots against Furnish. Cross courts it for Kelly. A long 3 on the way is short. Levi continues to struggle. He's 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. 4.5 to go, third period. Phoenix Woodson to the goal and an offensive foul.
Guts. Levi Kelly.
On cue, the other half of the dynamic charge-taking duo picks up the second foul for Cam Parker. 39-33 Dale. 4.5 minutes to play. We appreciate You tuning in to the 57th Annual Tournament of Champions from Tulsa on Squirtle. Whether you're rooting for the Knights, the Pirates, or just watching high school basketball, Tulsa the place to be this weekend. Pirates with points of this possession could get their biggest lead of the contest. They've led by as many as 7 in the second period. Trailed 11-3 early. Edmondson called a timeout. The complexion of the game changed from that point. Denton Forsythe into the lineup. Drives left, fakes a pass, missed the layup. Rebound to Cam Parker. Into the front court, Evan Krotz with the basketball. Krotz with a stationary dribble. Guarded by Dayton Forsythe. Gives it up to Cal Furnish. Furnish is yet to trigger here in the second half. Forsythe runs him off the arc. Furnish gets around him, lays it up, and Forsythe called for the foul. And Dayton standing there with his mouth wide open like a kid on Christmas morning that got caught opening a present early. He did not think that was a foul. Cal Furnish will earn 2 free throws.
I had a good view of it, and just how hard the kid fell because he was out of control is what led to the foul call, but no contact from Dayton.
Free throw is up, and it's good by Cal Furnish, who has his 4th point. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 28 minutes yesterday in the win over 6A number 1 Edmond North. That was a head-scratcher in terms of how people respected Edmond North coming to this tournament. Furnish hits the second, and as my partner said yesterday, that's why people love to come to the Tournament of Champions on day number 1, because you just never quite know what you're going to see. 3:52 to play here in the third period. 39-35 Dale. Dayton Forsythe to Edmondson. Foul on extended left wing in front of his own bench, Deacon Jones. Bounces it for Forsythe. Crossings in his own defense, and a whistle underneath, and they're going to call a foul against Crossings. They've called it on Evan Krotz, and that's going to be his 2nd personal foul. To be honest, I didn't see much from Krotz. I thought he was just playing physical.
He was outmanned there, and he was just being very physical.
Edmondson to inbound, better hurry. Just beat the 5-second count and then had to rush the pass and threw it to Goodell. Back up ahead to Krotz. Right side, Forsythe jumps out to his face. Now he'll short bounce pass it left to Goodell. 3.5 minutes to play, third period. Dale leads it by 4. They've led by as many as 6 here in the third period. Cal Furnish, guarded by Trey Chambers, crosses over, gets into the paint, distributes to Ridley. He goes up and under, he missed the layup. Rebound to Dale. It's been primarily one and done in this ballgame. In fact, in the first half, Pirates allowed just 4 offensive rebounds and out-rebounded Crossings Christian by 3 on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they started off really attacking the glass, and the Pirates just shut it down.
Dayton Forsythe tries to probe his way in. He'll attack left, a hard dribble, draws a triple team. It's stripped out of his hands and stolen by Phoenix Woodson, who came and became the 3rd defender on that triple team. Left quarter, Goodell for 3 over Denton Forsythe, and he rattles it home. 3-point shot keeping the Knights in this ballgame. It's 39-38 with 2:37 to play in the third. Dayton Forsythe to Easton Edmondson. Left side, Denton Forsythe. Looking for his brother, bounces under the baseline. Working against Phoenix Woodson. Forsythe to the goal, goes up, missed the bump. Chambers was on the back, no whistle. Rebound to Crossings. It's Ridley that controls to Furnish. 3-on-3, left quarter, 3 on the way, no good. And the rebound to Edmondson. The foul's going to be called against Crossings. So Goodell, who hit a 3 on the previous possession, couldn't pay that one off. And the foul is going to go against Krotz, and that's his 3rd personal.
Something I noticed, Todd, is that last transition defensive possession for Dale, they looked really tired. And this lack of depth is maybe catching up with the Pirates.
Lack of depth without Jed Higdon, who has not played a game since December the 2nd. This was a rotation of about 7, maybe 8 on some nights, but they played late and had an early turnaround today. Edmondson with it to Chambers. Chambers attacks right, gets Woodson to the air and lays it in. Trey Chambers, considering the game, the environment, what's on the line, his best game as a sophomore.
He's finding it a little easier to navigate tonight without that 7-footer.
You're right. Cal Furnish, NBA 3, rattles it off left circle. Denton Forsythe with a rebound. Approaching 90 seconds to play here in the third period. Denton to Dayton Forsythe on a flip pass out high. Dale 41, Crossings 38. Edmondson pump fakes, drives, gets it to Dayton Forsythe, right circle. Now he's going to back it out. He'll attack left. Forsythe pulls up in the paint and knocks down the jumper. That's the 8th made field goal for Dayton Forsyth, but they have answered the run well as they've opened the lead back to 5. Evan Krotz. Woodson pounds the dribble, lost the handle, gets it back. Good body control, lays it up and in, and he'll get it and one. And that is just not a typical freshman play.
What is this kid going to look like when he's a senior?
It's going to be scary.
It is.
Kind of like that kid we saw last night, Miles Flemons from Tulsa Union.
Exactly.
Chambers picked up the foul. It's his second personal, so Woodson will go to the free throw line looking for his 11th point. He's 0 for 1 today, and the foul shot is good. Tell you what, kids grow up a lot quicker.
They do.
Than they did when I was in high school. I can tell you, we didn't see many freshmen that looked like some of these guys. Minute to play, third period, 43-41. Dayton Forsyth was special 2 years ago as a freshman.
Here comes that delay that we saw last night.
Forsyth moves left, spins back out high, furnishes on him. Dayton drives again, gets to the goal, whips it across the paint. Chambers gathers, pump fakes, and lays it in.
Lulled him to sleep there. Thought we were going to delay, and good penetration there by Dayton.
Trey, a career-high 18 tonight, and Woodson loses the handle, driving down the paint, gets it to Ridley, to Goodell for the layup. Well, it was nearly a turnover. Turns out to be good for Crossings. It's 45-43 Knights. And Dale once more finds themselves in a position of playing for the final shot with 20 seconds to go in the period. Forsyth pounds the dribble, left side. Yo-yo dribbles, now pounds it hard left. Is cut off by Furnish. 10 seconds to play in the period. Forsyth is triple team of the block, had it raked out. Chambers gets it, kicks it out right corner. Kelly's three is short. Chambers was on the back, no call. Woodson the rebound to Furnish. He'll heave from just inside midcourt. And Coach Schenk is beside himself, and you know what? He had every reason to be. We are through 3 at the Boys Tournament of Champions semifinal game number 1. 2A number 1 Dale leads 4A number 2 Crossings 45-43 on the TOC, presented by Quick Trip on Squirtle.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then NextGen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. NextGen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
Will Jones, there's a region that Crossings, Dale, Kingfisher, Tulsa Memorial are perennial winners and champions. It's coaching, and those are the 4 programs that have 4 of the top coaches in the state playing for the ultimate prize tomorrow. One of those teams will win the Boys Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, coaching matters, and there's a lot of great coaches in this tournament for sure.
Matt Goodell hands it off to Cal Furnish right side. Back to Goodell, right corner 3 was on line but short. Denton Forsyth with a rebound and a push. And they've called the foul on Luke Brown. That's his first. He's a 6-foot junior. Coach Schenk continues to work the officiating. Dale 45, Crossings Christian 43 here on Squirtle.tv for the BOK Center. Approaching a half minute deep into the 4th period. Denton Forsyth sets a screen. Dayton moves right to Edmondson. Bounces it to a cutting Forsyth who lays it in. Well, he wanted to slam it, but was able to adjust in midair, then just kind of dropped it in.
Again, looking at the college coaches over there reacting. They like what they see.
22 from Forsyth today. Left side, Mac Goodell, guarded by Denton Forsyth. Out high, Cal Furnish. Back to Mac to Furnish on a handoff. Cal trying to drive against the freshman, Denton Forsyth, trying to give ground. Now Furnish gives it up out high. Jonah Kelly to Furnish, again against Denton Forsyth. A minute into the 4th period, Furnish follow-away jumper right baseline is good. Boy, he had to elevate and get a lot of arc on that to get it over Denton Forsyth, and he dropped it through.
Impressive.
7 points for Cal Furnish. 70 seconds into the fourth period. 47-45, 8:30 tonight here on Squirtle Tulsa Memorial. The number 2 ranked team in 5A and the defending 4A and top ranked Kingfisher Yellow Jackets. Michael Swisher will have the call of that one. Dayton Forsyth for 3, bang, right over Matt Goodell. So far, Dayton has had a lot of mid-major offers. That could be going up after this weekend.
I agree.
6:16 to play, 50-45. Furnish down the paint, right side to Goodell, drives to the basket, and he is fouled. It looked like he was about to travel. Easton Edmondson called for his second personal foul, and that is team foul number 3. Crossings Christian has been whistled 5 times. That's now actually, the 4th on the Pirates. Evan Krotz will come into the ball game. Pirates trying to get to the championship game for the first time in 2 tries here at the Boys Tournament of Champions. Last appearance came in 2012. Denton Forsyth jumps the passing lane and knocks a pass from Goodell out of bounds. The title game tomorrow, 8:30. We'll have all the games on Championship Friday here on Squirtle.tv as well. The third place game would be at 5:30. Dale leads by 5. They trail by as many as 8, led by as many as 7. Furnish at 3, left wing is short. He's been online, Will, but just short here tonight. 2 minutes into the fourth period, 6 minutes to go. 50-45, Dale. Pirates try to knock off a couple of big-time programs. Forsyth fires inside the arc. It rolls off, and he's fouled.
Dayton feels so comfortable right now and is kind of having his way with crossings.
You know, for all the boards they have in here, they don't put up the individual fouls. And that bothers me because I didn't see who they called it on. Dayton Forsyth's first free throw good. Here comes Cam Parker into the ball game. Phoenix Woodson will check in. Jonah Kelly and Coleman Ridley will go to the bench for the Knights. You can watch these 2 teams hook it up night in and night out. This is some good basketball.
It is definitely fun to watch.
Forsyth's second free throw is good. Will, you coached in this tournament at Garber High School, and there's a lot of pressure coming to this thing because, first of all, it's very difficult to even get an invite.
Absolutely. It's such an honor for these teams and players to get to be a part of it.
Hand off to Parker to Furnish. Straight on his 3, spins off. Rebound to Dayton Forsyth. Reed Johnson summed it up last night when he said, you know, I told some of the junior high kids, if you get a chance, come over here and watch it. You think getting to a state tournament is hard? It's about 100 times more difficult to get invited to the Tournament of Champions as Dayton Forsyth commits an unforced mistake. Tried a crossover dribble, lost the handle.
That hurt him. He hated to do that one.
52-45 with 5:23 to play in the ball game. Right side, Evan Krotz, guarded by Levi Kelly. To Cal Furnish against Edmondson. A backdoor bounce pass for Goodell, and it's out of bounds, and another missed opportunity for crossings.
If I know Dayton Forsyth, he's going to want to try to get that back right here.
You know, he looks so calm, cool, and collected out there on the floor, but you could tell it last night against Union when they got real physical with him and kind of challenged him. He just boils, inside.
He does.
And he's probably boiling right now after that mistake. They double him in the backcourt, and he bounces it to Deacon Jones at half court. Jones accelerates into the paint, whips it left corner. Kelly run off the arc by Furnish, spins left wing. Back to Deacon Jones. Pirates can afford to work the clock. Under 5 minutes to go, leading by 7. And as I say that, Jones gets deep, lays it up, and hit the rim twice and bounced in.
I really like the call by Coach Shank, though, to add a little pressure. They hadn't shown that yet in the game, and it really disrupted Dale for just a couple of passes there, but good finish there by Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones lives in the paint, and he has his first points of the semifinal matchup. Deacon Jones on the season shoots 72%. Most of that comes inside the arc. He's a 60, actually he shoots 56%, 61% for the arc. Woodson runs over Forsyth, and then he buries the turnaround jumper, and a timeout on the floor. 55-47, Dale with 4:38 to play in the ball game, and we're going to keep it right here.
the thing about a Sean Shank team is they're never out of it because of the way they shoot the three. And so they can catch fire in a heartbeat, and that's what Coach Edmondson's got to warn his team about.
Coach Shank spent the first part of his coaching career, I believe, 4 years in Enid, which is not the easiest 6A job. He went 49 and 48, 19. Well, I think it was his last year. I'm not certain what year that was. He led the Plainsmen to their first state tournament appearance since 1980.
That was 05.
Was it 05?
Because I followed him as the Enid coach.
That's right. That's right. And then 6 years at Edmond Santa Fe. All he did was make the semifinals 4 times in 5 state tournament appearances. After he parted ways and Santa Fe parted ways with Sean, he found himself a great home. I don't think there's a better fit than Sean Shank at Crossings.
Perfect fit, and he's just had success after success there at Crossings.
55-47. Edmondson gets a lob pass. He'll speed into the front court. Both coaches up off the respective benches. Lob pass goes to Kelly. Drives underneath the basket to Jones. Pump fakes. Cross courts at Edmondson. Turns to the 3. Furnish stays with him. Step for step. Now it's Deacon Jones out front with 4:15 to play. Bounces it for Edmondson. They're trying to overplay the passing lanes, but here's the discipline that Dale gets you with. Forsythe down the paint. Good look pass to Chambers for the bucket. And he has a career-high 20, does Trey Chambers. 57-47.
There's that special passing ability and vision that he has.
4 minutes to play in the ball game. And in the paint, a foul against Levi Kelly. He was in a mismatch down low with Phoenix Woodson. Kelly is called for his 3rd, but tell you what, he has played very smart after picking up those 2 fouls very early in the ball game. Levi will check out. Denton Forsythe, the only player other than the starters to play today for Dale, into the ball game. 57-47. Out of the halfway point here of the 4th period. They bounce it to Woodson, who goes up left-handed and banks in it over Dayton Forsythe. Phoenix Woodson is as impressive as I've seen in a while from an underclassman. 15 points. Had 14 and 6 rebounds against arguably the best team in the state yesterday. And Goodell is going to ride Jones into a foul. And that'll be a 1-and-1 as Mack has his first personal foul. That's the 8th foul against Crossings. So Deacon Jones, who hit a free throw a moment ago, will be at the line. Deacon does not shoot a lot of mid to long range jump shots, but he's been a pretty good foul shooter at 71%. He was 1 of 1 before that miss. That one's on me. 57-49. Approaching 3.5 minutes to play. Krotz with it right side against Trey Chambers. Dribbles between the legs. Trey with great defense. Krotz takes him off the dribble. Cross courts it for Goodell. Great defense by Edmondson. Goodell one hands it to Cal Furnish. Furnish against Jones. Spins. Jones peels away. They get it on a pass to Parker for the layup. 57-51, and this illustrates your point, Will. They're never out of a ball game. Edmondson to the front court. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Bounces it for Jones to the goal. Layup is good. He is so explosive with that first step.
That's a big shot for the Pirates. Oh,
Goodell on a half-court pass. Challenged at the rim, but he lays it in. Matt Goodell with his 3rd basket. It's 59-53. Crossings can't afford to continue to exchange possessions for scores. Edmondson right to left into the front court. Spins in front of his dad, Jeff, on the bench. Now to Dayton Forsythe. He takes a deep breath and holds the basketball. Edmondson pops out right circle. 2.5 minutes to play. Dale that close to playing for their first ever boys tournament championship title. Forsythe off balance, throws it up left-handed, missed it. Denton with the rebound. Goes back up off the dribble, missed it. Rebound tipped twice off the glass by Chambers. Jones has it and he traveled. And now the official in front of the Pirate bench is going to come in and perhaps overrule his partner.
I don't know what the call is, Todd. Coach Edmondson must have snuck a timeout in.
That's exactly what it is. 2:22 to play in the ball game. Timeout Pirates. 59-53 Dale from the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
2:22 to play in regulation. Dale leads it by 6.
Hey, I just want to point out real quick, Coach Edmondson has done such a good job out of timeouts and into quarters. The dunk, there's the near dunk earlier to start the fourth quarter. Those are coaching moves that he's making out of the timeout. Another good one that we'll see later tonight here on Squirtle is Jared Reese at Kingfisher. Those two are some of the best in the state.
Had a chance to visit with Jared briefly as he walked by our position at halftime. Telling you what, there's not a better coach in the state of Oklahoma than Jared Reese.
Right now, he's at the top of the mountain.
Easton Edmondson will inbound the basketball. These two guys are pretty darn good, too. They double Chambers in the left corner. He lobs it out front for Jones to Dayton Forsyth. He has 27 today. They cross-court it left corner for Kelly. Back to Dayton. 2:06 to play. Edmondson with the top of the key. They're going to make him come out and guard him one-on-one. Kind of what they did to Union last night late.
Smart.
Edmondson veers left, bounces it around a double team. Dayton Forsyth with it with a minute 52 to play. Forsyth guarded by Furnish. Pivots, finds the cutter. Kelly to the goal, misses the layup. Chambers with a rebound, back up and in, and he'll get it and one.
Oh, he called it on the floor. Called it on the floor.
Coach Schenk is really upset, and I don't blame him because they have given up a ton of rebounds on this trip alone to the Pirates. Foul is against Cam Parker.
Nothing more frustrating for a coach to double and do everything you can to get the ball back and then give up a loose ball.
I think I can speak for the ownership and management of Squirtle. We are thrilled to be a part of this 57th annual Tournament of Champions. First foul shot is up and it's good. All 24 games in conjunction with Squirtle and the Southwest Media Group brought to you free of charge right here on the Squirtle.tv network. Trey Chambers, a career-high 21, looks to add to that with the second free throw. And that was big because it was the final 1-and-1 of the ball game, and he's made it a 3-possession game. He hits the second, 61-53, a minute 40 to play. Furnished off of a screen, a long three, rolls it off, no good. Jones with a rebound and a tie-up underneath. The arrow does belong to the Pirates, so they avoid giving it right back to Crossings Christian. Both of these teams have played well. Dating back to the end of last year, Crossings lost to 4A Kingfisher in the semifinals, and Forsyth just committed a foul. He shoved off Matt Goodell trying to get the inbounds pass. And that's going to be the second on Dayton Forsyth. It's also the 6th against Dale, so the defending state champions' next whistle will put the Knights at the free throw line. Cooper Mullinex with it out front. Goodell left of a screen, dancing. Woodson trying to set the screen. Now he pops out left side, works right of a screen. They're trying to get off a shot. Dale just is choking him off on the perimeter. 1:19 to play. Furnish with the basketball. Hands it off in the corner for Phoenix Woodson. The blocking foul. They've called it on Levi Kelly, and that's his 4th.
Well, I disagree with the call, but hey, I kind of sympathize with the little guy, at times, and he really took a punishing blow there.
I was so proud of Levi last night. I mean, a big stage, big opponent. This kid works, and this is saying something, as hard as any one of this team. Because they are all gym rats.
And he's struggling from the 3-point line, but he's finding other ways to contribute.
Yep. Phoenix Woodson at this level, really about any age, but especially as young as Levi is, when you are an offensive player and you are struggling, sometimes that tends to spill off on the defensive end. Woodson hits the first free throw. He'll get one more. Just to pull it back down to 6 points with 78 seconds to play. Free throw is up, and it's good. So Woodson today has been really good. He has 17 points. Evan Krotz has 14. Those are their leading scorers. Matt Goodell, 8 points, and their leading scorer for the year, Cal Furnish, held to just 9 points. And a foul on the inbounds pass will send Deacon Jones to the line. And that will be whistled against Matthew Hooper. That's his second.
What are we shooting from the free throw line right now, Todd?
7 of 9.
Okay. Need to continue that percentage right here down the stretch.
Free throw up by Deacon, good. Jones is 2 of 3 at the line. Last night, the Pirates were 11 of 19, and here's something that covering this team all season has amazed me. You can't defend free throws. Well, you know what? They don't put the opposition at the line much. Last night, Union was there 9 times. That's what the opponent's average per game in the first 11 contests coming in, as Jones hits both. They average less than 6 made free throws per ball game. Baseline right, Krotz, 63-55. Shot in close, miss. Kelly has it to Jones, and it's getting close to being the door shut.
Close.
1:06 to play as Furnish commits number 2. Pretty good crowd here for the night session, which is the championship brackets. 8:30 tonight, Kingfisher and Tulsa Memorial. The winner will face the winner of this game tomorrow at 8:30 for the title. The losers will play for third at 5:30. First foul shot by Deacon Jones is good. This is a special run put together by both of these teams. It's very rare that you see 2 non-5A or 6A teams playing in the semifinals of this event. Second free throw is good by Deacon, and a timeout. 1:06 to play. Dale 65, Crossings Christian 55. Back to the 57th annual Boys Tournament Champions after these messages on Squirtle.
Deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years. But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech School. Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
The thing with car buying nowadays.
65-55, 1:06 to play. If you're enjoying the videos, thanks to the BOK Center using their cameras and, of course, the best producers in the business on Squirtle.tv. We've had Caden, we've had Bryce. Tonight we have Tyler Kerr. Minute to play, Dale by 10. Cal Furnish quickly to the front court, right of a screen from Woodson. Now Woodson pops out, triggers a 3. It's on line but short. But the story of the night for the Knights, Goodell, a fall-away 3 is an air ball left wing. Kelly knocks the rebound away. Edmondson has it up ahead to Jones, one-on-one against Furnish to the goal. Layup is good. That'll do it. Deacon Jones quietly tonight has 11 points, and all of those in the second half.
I love how he's finished this game. Killer instinct.
67-55. Cooper Moenax tried to cross-court it. Jones with another steal and a foul, and that's on Furnish, and that's going to be his third.
You're giving those thank yous a little bit ago. I just want to brag on Squirtle a little bit more. Crossings is a Squirtle school. Dale's a Squirtle school. And later on, Kingfisher is one as well. Some of the very best schools in the state of Oklahoma. Let Squirtle do their streaming for them. And you ought to contact them if you're interested as a school, another school out there.
And Will knows what he speaks of. He's been at Garber. He's now at Dale. And both times, both of those schools have been affiliated with Squirtle. First foul shot by Jones is good. And Will has invested resources at Dale to make their production as good as possible. Those guys really have done a good job. I know you haven't been up there during the homestand, but they've really come a long ways from that first
They are doing a great job. Love that our broadcast journalism school. And, by the way, you're doing a good job too, Todd.
Thank you, Will. Second free throw is up, and that one is good. I certainly love doing it. It's an honor to be part of the program. 30 seconds to play, 70-55. And we'll get a timeout for substitutions as the starters are going to come out. Crossings will lose their first game of the year and only the second since February of last year. And Dale, I think, is going to go to the bench as well. Why not get kids in, even if it's for 27 seconds, in memory of a lifetime playing at this venue?
Very smart by Jeff and Sean, because tomorrow's a dogfight. There's no guarantee for playing time for those guys on the bench.
Tulsa Memorial or Kingfisher awaits. Dale tomorrow at 8:30, the championship game. The loser will face this Crossings team. Knox Nave into the front court. Right side, Caden Lastly. We'll get it down low of the block for Braden Buckingham. He played sparingly yesterday. Crossings needs to hurry. We're down to 5 seconds to play. He'll trigger a three at the buzzer. Nave airballs it. It'll go out of bounds, and there's 1 second remaining. Dale will extend their win streak to 20. Ethan Douglas will inbound and Denton Forsyth, and it's over in Tulsa. Dale 70, Crossings Christian 55. The second smallest school in the tournament has advanced to the championship game. 70-55, our final. We'll be back to wrap it up after these messages on Squirtle.tv.